Today we bring you an exclusive deep dive into the shocking divorce of Amy Roloff and Merik and the heartbreaking revelation that Chris has secretly married another woman. Stay tuned as we trace every painful twist and turn from the first whispers of trouble to Amy's devastating moment of truth. For nearly a decade, fans of Little People Big World celebrated the love story of Amy Roloff and Merik. Their 2014 wedding was a beacon of hope. A woman who had built a thriving life after divorce, finding love again with a kind-hearted former semi-pro baseball player. But what happens when that fairy tale crumbles? Amy Roloff's journey on Little People Big World began well before Merik entered the picture as one of the show's original stars. Amy's story arc spanned from raising quadruplets and twins to juggling life on the family farm in 2014. After legally ending her first marriage, Amy took a leap of faith by dating the affable Merik, a former college baseball standout with a gentle soul and a heartfelt laugh. Courtship footage showed a smiling Amy giggling as Chris playfully chased her through the Roloff family pumpkin patch. Viewers watched as their relationship blossomed over family dinners, baseball games, and quiet moments on Amy's modest kitchen stoop. By June of 2014, they announced their engagement huddled together on the family's porch, Amy holding her famous Lord of the Rings-inspired One Ring engagement band, tears of joy in her eyes. On August 28, 2014, under a sky dotted with white clouds, Amy and Chris stepped onto the old Roloff farm grounds to recite vows that promised unconditional love. Friends and family looked on, many wiping away tears as Amy, in a flowing ivory gown, smiled up at Chris, who couldn't hide his tears. The couple then danced the night away amid lanterns, laughter, and cheers, Amy brandishing a bouquet of wildflowers, Chris leaning in close, whispering sweet nothings. For years their marriage seemed unshakable. Amy, now in her mid-50s, spoke often about how happy she'd never felt. Chris, on camera, raved about Amy's resilience and compassion. They built a life together, renovating her farmhouse, hosting charity events, and traveling to visit Matt and their children. Everything looked perfect, but as with every fairy tale, unseen shadows were gathering on the horizon. It wasn't long after season 14 of LPBW aired that eagle-eyed fans began noticing subtle changes. Amy's laughter felt forced, her eyes more guarded. In interviews, she seemed distracted, pausing before answering questions about her marriage. Meanwhile, Chris, once playful and affectionate, often appeared distant. Rumors began circulating in fan forums. Trouble in Paradise, unspoken tensions, divorce rumors. Back in December 2023, Amy filmed a confession cam where she admitted crow music street. I'm trying to be honest, but sometimes I feel like we're drifting. At the time, the network edited out much of that footage, but insiders tell us Amy's voice trembled as she spoke, first realized he Nate Yuri Key. So when Amy snapped at a producer's question about holiday plans, why does everyone think everything is always perfect? In early 2024, Chris began spending weekends in his hometown of Hillsborough without Amy. Sources say he purchased a small condo off camera, telling close friends he needed space to think. Amy, meanwhile, posted on Instagram about feeling lonely, captioning a photo of her empty farmhouse kitchen with "Home isn't home when half your heart feels absent." Viewers watched perplexed as the dynamic duo, who once seemed inseparable, began leading parallel lives. By spring 2024, insiders from the show revealed that tensions had escalated. Late-night arguments about money, jealousy, and work commitments reportedly rocked the household. Amy, a self-proclaimed believer in faith and forgiveness, tried marital counseling, but sources say Chris was rarely present for sessions. Friends wondered if the two were simply two different Amy's steadfast devotion to family versus Chris's longing to return to private life off-screen. In May 2024, fans first spotted Chris liking social media posts from a private Instagram account belonging to a woman named Sarah Taylor, a soft-spoken yoga instructor from Portland. Chris never publicly acknowledged her. To most, it was an innocent follow. To others, it was the first sign of a secret connection that would soon shatter everything. On June 1st, 2024, social media exploded when Amy Roloff posted a black and white photo on Instagram of herself sitting on a folding chair in the farmhouse living room, eyes red-rimmed, surrounded by Silent walls her caption read, "After much prayer, Chris and I have decided to end our marriage. We ask for privacy and grace during this difficult time." It was her first public statement delivered in a measured, emotion-laden tone. Simultaneously, Chris posted a contrasting message on his private Facebook page. "This decision is heartbreaking but necessary. Amy will always hold a special place in my heart. I ask for understanding and respect as we navigate this transition." He didn't specify reasons. Neither partner blamed the other publicly, but fans sensed an undercurrent of guilt and sorrow in Amy's words, and defensiveness in Chris's rumors had swirled for months. But nothing prepared viewers for the raw emotional fallout in the weeks that followed the post-camera cruise filmed Amy walking through the pumpkin patch alone, no Chris by her side. On season 15's first episode, Amy's confession began with a shaky voice. "I feel as though my whole world just came crashing down." It was a moment viewers would never forget. The laid-back, confident wife of years reduced to tears under the farmhouse's open sky. Insiders from the production crew revealed that the network initially hesitated to air Amy's most vulnerable moments, but Amy insisted, "If people are going to witness this, I want them to understand how real pain can be." That decision endeared her to millions. In a YouTube announcement that week, Amy shared, "Divorce is never part of the plan, but life sometimes forces our hand. I love Chris, but we can't keep hurting each other." On June 15th, 2024, the divorce papers were officially filed in Multnomah County, Oregon. The petition cited irreconcilable differences. Their joint statement said they would both continue filming the show until year-end, but would live separately. No prenuptial agreement had been signed, meaning assets acquired during the marriage, Amy's farmhouse renovation, bank accounts, life insurance policies, would be divided under Oregon law. Soon speculation about who would keep the farmhouse, how custody of her dogs would work, and whether the show would even survive swirled among fans. Almost immediately, family and friends rushed to Amy's side. Her children, Zach, Jeremy, Molly, and Jacob, posted supportive messages. "We love you, Mom, we're here for you." Matt Roloff, her ex-husband, released a rare statement. "Amy deserves happiness. I respect her decision and stand by her." Fans flooded social media with hashtags like Team Amy and Stay Strong Amy, sending virtual bouquets and prayers. Critics of reality TV, however, questioned whether the divorce was being exploited for ratings. A blog post on Reality suggested the split was cooked up for a dramatic storyline, but sources close to Amy insisted this was no publicity stunt. Amy was hurting deeply. In one backstage moment, named crew member whispered, "I haven't seen her cry this hard since she lost her dad." Amy's grandchildren, Pepper and Josie, whom she adores, became a lifeline. Viewers saw her playing catch with them in the yard, planting pumpkins and teaching them to bake holiday pies. In confessional interviews, Amy said, "They remind me what joy looks like, but even in these happy snapshots, her eyes betrayed a lingering sorrow." Sorry story. Crow. Meanwhile, Chris was lambasted by fans for his apparent silence. He hasn't publicly spoken about personal regrets, and his few statements felt measured, too measured, according to disappointed viewers. A fan on Twitter wrote, "Show some humanity. Amy needs you to own this." Chris continued filming his own social media stories showcasing workouts, baseball drills, and fleeting smiles, but nothing about Amy or the split. This growing divide between them fueled speculation. Was Chris already seeing someone else, or had he simply grown weary of reality TV? The more questions fans asked, the more rumors spread like wildfire. In late July 2024, an anonymous source leaked a video clip from a private party in Portland. In it, Merik stands close to a woman with long chestnut hair and a delicate silver chain around her neck. The pair laugh as they sip champagne. Nothing unusual on the surface, but keen-eyed fans recognized the venue as a yoga studio turned private event space previously rented by the same Sarah Taylor yoga account Chris had liked months earlier. Within 24 hours, a new rumor spread. Who is this woman? Some fans dug deeper, only to discover Sarah Taylor, an Oakland-based instructor known for guiding wellness retreats in Oregon. She had a modest following, fewer than 5,000 on Instagram, but her feed hinted at a life dedicated to holistic healing, meditation, and more recently, Charity work commenters noted that her posts had become decidedly more glamorous in 2024 images of her wearing designer sunglasses, dining at upscale Portland Erie's, and attending Bruins baseball games. Several pet accounts reported glimpsing Sarah and Chris together at a local farmer's market hand in hand, yet neither ever acknowledged the other on their public profiles. Rumors escalated when an insider claimed to have seen Chris leave Amy's farmhouse with a duffel bag at dawn, only to return weeks later, without it, looking exhausted but determined. Friends of Amy worry she was blindsided. In August 2024, screenshots appeared of Sarah's Instagram story, a photo of her and Chris dining at a waterfront restaurant. He wore a baseball cap pulled low, she wore a flowy sundress. The location tag Portland Harbor Bistro, although Sarah promptly deleted the story. Internet sleuths captured it within hours. The clip went viral. Fans flooded Sarah's comments, "Leave him alone, how could you, where's Amy?" In response, Sarah disabled comments entirely now that the world knew Chris had a secret life. The big question remained, would he make it official? According to insiders, Sarah and Chris grew closer throughout the summer. He allegedly introduced her to his best friends back home. Meanwhile, Amy, unaware of how deep the betrayal ran, continued filming for LPBW, choking back tears whenever cameras approached. Amy's publicist insisted Amy was focusing on herself, self-care, therapy, and walking every day on her beloved farm, but Amy's eyes closed shut at night, crying herself to sleep. On October 10, 2024, a brief item in the Oregon marriage registry raised eyebrows. Under Christopher Merik, a new name appeared: Sarah L. Taylor. The ceremony took place at a private venue outside Salem. No family invited, no friends, just a small contingent of witnesses. Public records revealed that the marriage license had been filed on September 25, 2024, barely a month after Chris's divorce from Amy was finalized. Word of the marriage first trickled out via a friend of a friend, then exploded when a local newspaper in Portland ran a short piece. Former LPBW star marries quietly in rural Oregon. Fans were left reeling. How could Chris tie the knot so soon? How could Amy not know? The Utah-based Roloff family reportedly learned of the secret wedding through social media days after it happened. Those close to the couple say Chris and Sarah share many of the same values: faith, simplicity, and a desire for privacy. Sarah's closest friend, who agreed to speak on condition of anonymity, described their union as instantaneous, heartfelt, but tragically timed. According to this source, Chris told Sarah, "I can't wait to build a new life with you, one where we're free of cameras and expectations." After the marriage, Sarah changed her Instagram handle to Sarah Life, a subtle announcement that sent fans into a frenzy. She posted a single image on October 12th, a soft focus photo of a wedding band resting on a lotus blossom, captioned simply, "Our journey begins." But nothing more. In the comments, dozens wrote, "Congratulations," alongside angry emojis and question marks directed at Amy. Sarah's silence only fueled speculation about her true intentions. Amy, still filming season 15, reportedly begged producers to cut any scenes featuring Chris, but contractual obligations demanded he appear until the end of filming. On October 15th, cameras captured Amy walking through a pumpkin patch alone, carrying a mason jar of candy corn with a $5 price tag, her voice over, "Sometimes letting go hurts more than holding on." For Amy, the emotional fallout was immediate and overwhelming. Friends reported stop and see answering her phone for weeks. In early November 2024, Amy posted a rare photo of her reflection in a foggy mirror, no caption. Viewers watched as she recorded a confessional voice, "Cracking my heart. Feels like it's been torn in two. I gave everything I had to that marriage today." We explore how Amy has tried to pick up the pieces. Amy says, "I've been asked, Amy, how are you doing? And honestly, some days, I don't know. I thought when I married Chris, I was ready for love, for partnership, but this level of heartbreak, I never anticipated it." Medical professionals note that divorce can trigger a grief response similar to losing a loved one. Amy, whose identity has been tied to her roles as wife, mother, and TV personality for over a decade, faced a crisis of self. She began attending counseling sessions 3 times a week, joined a women's support group in Portland, and leaned heavily on her faith, often posting Bible verses about healing and hope. Her friend and Former co-star Caryn Chandler visited her in October, bringing pumpkin muffins and warm hugs. Amy is brave, Caryn told reporters. You can see she's trying to rebuild, but rebuilding has been anything but linear. In November, Amy was spotted returning a gift hamper sent by Chris's aunt, an unopened basket of gourmet snacks. Sources say Amy's children helped her donate the contents to a local women's shelter in late December 2024. Amy announced she would host a series of holiday charity events on the farm as a way to redirect grief into giving. Fans praised her resilience, donating thousands of dollars to benefit children's education funds in her name. Yet behind the scenes, Amy's insomnia plagued her. Insiders revealed she'd occasionally wander the farmhouse at 3 a.m. clutching an old photograph of Chris and her on their wedding day, whispering, why wasn't I enough?" As 2025 dawned, Amy tried to find solace in family. Her son Zach proposed building a new barn on her property. Her daughter Molly invited her to move temporarily into her home with her husband and newborn. Amy declined, determined to face her pain head-on. In an Instagram Stories Q&A in January 2025, Amy admitted, "I'm scared of what life looks like without him, but I also know I have to find strength I never knew existed." Meanwhile, Merik's life took a very different trajectory. After marrying Sarah in October, he changed his social media bio to read husband, friend, private person. His posts shifted from scattered baseball practice videos to serene snapshots of early morning hikes on the Oregon coast. Sarah by his side, both dressed in matching fleece jackets. As the world watched, Chris and Sarah began sharing glimpses of domestic bliss. On November 20th, 2024, Sarah posted a short reel, "Our First Thanksgiving as Mr. and Mrs. Merik," showing a close-up of a rustic table set for two pumpkin pie in the background, hands reaching across to clasp each other's. Sarah's Instagram, once dedicated to sun salutations and breathing techniques, slowly transformed. By December, she was posting studio yoga classes intercut with images of Chris standing behind her, arms wrapped around her waist. One fan commented, "Hope you two know how happy Amy is for you." Just kidding. That comment was promptly deleted. In January 2025, Chris gave his first interview since the divorce to a local lifestyle podcast. He spoke about his excitement over focusing on family retreats with Sarah. He said, "Amy and I taught me a lot, but right now I'm building a life with someone who supports every dream I've ever had." He made no mention of regret or apology to Amy. Friends of the couple report they're planning to expand Sarah's studio into a full wellness center, with Chris funding the renovation out of his own savings. They've also talked about adopting a rescue dog together. Chris lost his beloved German Shepherd Brock in 2023. And friends say Chris has referred to Sarah as "my partner in grief." Meanwhile, Amy's fans wonder if Chris's swift rebound indicates he was never truly invested in their marriage. Social media surveys show that while many fans still root for Amy's happiness, a surprising minority have started sending support to Sarah, praising her for giving Chris love, albeit after the fact. Others call her the home wrecker, claiming she pursued a married man. Sarah has not responded publicly to any accusations. As winter gave way to spring 2025, Amy Roloff began carving out a new chapter. She finally put the old farmhouse up for rent, announcing she'd moved to a smaller cottage on the property to save money and simplify her life. She held a small on-camera tour. "It's cozy, it's humble, and it's mine." Fans marveled at how she found beauty in letting go. In early March, Amy launched her own podcast, Farmhouse Faith, a weekly show where she speaks candidly about loss, healing, and faith. Episode 1 featured Amy alone with nothing but a coffee mug and a pink-hued sunrise behind her. She said, "I want to talk to anyone who knows what it feels like when your world disintegrates. I want to tell you pain is real, but so is hope." The episode garnered over 100,000 downloads in 24 hours, proof that millions still found comfort in her honesty. Her children also rallied around her. Zach moved into the small cottage next door, offering quiet companionship. Molly and her husband insisted Amy stay with them whenever she needed a break from the cameras. Family therapy sessions became a weekly ritual. Amy's first therapist, Dr. Lena Ortiz, praised her commitment. Amy's resilience springs from her authenticity. She doesn't shy away From pain she faces it financially, Amy took a hit without Chris's combined income. She sold her share of the farm equipment and unveiled a line of handcrafted farmhouse goods, candles, jams, and pumpkins sold via her website. Fans snapped them up, longing to support her. The first batch of candle jars featured her signature "Hope After Heartbreak." Each sold out within hours. Most importantly, Amy reframed her narrative. In a March 2025 interview with People, Amy said, "Yes, I'm sad. Yes, my heart is broken, but I choose to believe there's something waiting for me beyond this pain. I trust that God has a plan." She talked about traveling to India for a meditation retreat, hoping to find peace that can't be shaken. Whether viewers believed her or not, they felt her sincerity. So, what's next for Amy Roloff? She's building a brand rooted in vulnerability, a brand that says life can crush you, but you can rise. Meanwhile, Chris and Sarah continue their quiet life in Hillsborough, blissfully unaware of the storm they left behind. For Amy, every sunrise now carries both sorrow and promise, a reminder that even after a devastating loss, a new day can still bring hope. Divorce is rarely neat. When you add cameras, a loyal fan base, and a secret marriage into the mix, it becomes a spectacle of heartbreak. And for Amy Roloff, a test of faith. Her story reminds us that even in the blinding glare of reality television, real people bleed, hurt, and ultimately heal. Chris Merek's decision to build a new life with Sarah Taylor left Amy shattered, but it also ignited an unexpected phoenix rising. If there's one lesson we can carry from Amy's journey, it's this: heartbreak may knock you to the ground, but if you keep getting up one step, one sunrise at a time, you can still find joy on the other side. More update unveiling Amy Roloff's impressive net worth, a look into the Little People Big World star's financial success, and Chris Marek share big heartbroken news for fans. Matt Roloff has sadly decided to sell the new house. I will explain everything. Never miss this video. In an era where reality TV has become incredibly popular around the world, Amy Roloff's tale serves as a source of motivation for perseverance and innovation. This reality TV personality and American entrepreneur reportedly has a net worth of $6 million. Her captivating performance on the hit TLC show Little People, Big World garnered her millions of admirers. Ever since its 2006 debut, Little People Big World has provided viewers with an intimate glimpse into the lives of the Roloff family. Thanks to her endearing personality and unwavering determination, Amy Roloff is a beloved character in households around the globe. She owes a great deal of her successful career to her unwavering dedication to this long-running program. In addition, Amy has demonstrated her writing abilities through published pieces that have touched people all around the globe. Her booklet is an absolute gold mine of mouth-watering recipes that honor family traditions while satisfying your taste buds. In addition, her autobiography explores her personal journey in great detail, which can encourage readers to face their fears directly and discover their inner power. Amy Roloff exemplifies strength and adaptability in the face of adversity, which is particularly relevant as we embark on a new year brimming with limitless opportunities. She succeeds despite the challenges posed by the ever-changing entertainment industry by juggling enterprise with an approachable television personality. Amy Roloff's success story is a source of encouragement for those who aren't afraid to dream big and challenge societal norms. Her talent for making an emotional connection with viewers is a reflection of her honesty and unwavering commitment. Amy continues to be a powerful figure in the entertainment and business worlds, whether she's documenting her life on enthralling readers with her prose as fans eagerly await the next chapter in Amy Roloff's extraordinary story. One thing is certain: her unyielding spirit will continue to shine brightly, lighting the path for others to follow in a world when possibilities seem endless, but uncertainties are abundant. We can take solace in the extraordinary life of this exceptional woman who has made an indelible stamp on our minds and emotions. In January of 2024, Amy Roloff will hit a major turning point in her life that presents unparalleled opportunities for growth and education. With each venture this remarkable entrepreneur undertakes, she captivates and motivates us all. Reality television has been a major source of income for Amy Roloff, who has amassed an estimated net worth of $6 million. Amy has won over audiences all around the globe as a main character and producer of Little People, Big World thanks to her charming and relatable attitude. Fame, rich endorsement deals, and lucrative contracts have all come her way as a result of her engagement with the show. Having said that, Amy's wealth does not stop with her time on TV. She has wisely used her celebrity to her advantage by dabbling in business ventures, which has increased her wealth even more. To aid disabled children and their families, Amy established the Amy Roloff Charity Foundation in 2009. She does good in the world and increases her wealth through big donations she receives at charity events and fundraisers. The Dwarf Athletic Association of America is an organization that Amy strongly supports because of its mission to expand athletic opportunities for people with dwarfism. Sponsorships and collaborations that benefit her career are a direct result of her support for these causes and her use of her fame to promote them. Amy has been quite successful in the real estate industry. In addition to her philanthropic endeavors, her net worth has increased because to a large investment, a 109-acre property in Oregon that has appreciated substantially over the years. In sum, Amy Roloff's ascent to financial success is an inspiration because it demonstrates the power of perseverance, commercial savvy, and a sincere desire to make a difference. She encourages people to pursue their dreams and make their own opportunities by sharing her tale of accomplishment. At your request, we have removed the conclusion from the original text. Please be informed of this because of her role in the hit reality show Little People, Big World. Amy Roloff's wealth has grown substantially. Her involvement in the program and other business ventures contributed significantly to her projected $6 million net worth as of January 2020. For the reality show has been extremely beneficial to Amy Roloff's career. Amy and her family's life are followed in the immensely popular and long-running TV show Little People, Big Ro. Because of her involvement in this program, her overall net worth has undoubtedly grown. The Little People, Big World star Amy Roloff has become a wealthy reality TV star thanks to her role in the show. Involvement not only helped her achieve financial security, but it also opened her a world of possibilities for advancement and variety. Thanks to the success of Little People, Big World, Amy Roloff has been able to branch out into other areas of business. For example, her devoted following is so hungry for her baked goods that she launched an internet bakery just to satisfy their cravings. This business venture has increased her wealth even more since it has given her a second source of income apart from her TV show. In addition, Amy Roloff is well known in the literary community for writing autobiographical works. She has penned moving memoirs that touch the lives of readers all across the globe. Drawing on the experiences she shared on Little People, Big World, her fame and wealth have been greatly increased by the popularity of these novels and her appearances on television. With conclusion, Amy Roloff's wealth has been significantly impacted by her involvement with Little People, Big World. By use of this reality show on television, not only did she make a good living, but she also took advantage of the chances that came her way to further her business endeavors. Having a fortune of $6 million, the show and Amy Roloff's following commercial endeavors were crucial in her rise to financial success. She has amassed a diverse portfolio by capitalizing on her fame, which will most certainly add to her wealth in the future. Amy Roloff, who starred in Little People, Big World, has proven to be a savvy businesswoman by expanding her revenue sources beyond just her television job. In addition to establishing a solid financial foundation, her several ventures have substantially increased her net worth. Amy Roloff's Little Kitchen is one of her successful side projects. She is able to combine her love of cooking with her desire to help others. Through this successful culinary venture, Amy has built a successful business from the comfort of her home by creating mouth-watering sweet and savory treats based on family recipes. Amy Roloff's Little Kitchen would not have been successful without her unwavering commitment and perseverance. She builds authentic relationships with her followers on Instagram and Facebook by posting engaging stories about family and cuisine. A devoted following that backs her company 100% is a direct result of this genuine connection. No more today. Were you thinking about this gossip today? Let us know in the comments, and stay tuned by subscribing to our channel to get more updates like this. Thank you.